Britain's emergency bikers are on the front line, racing to protect the public and save lives. And they've never been more crucial. With 33 million vehicles on the UK roads, the country's congested cities and major routes are the busiest in Europe. The bike squads of Essex Police and West Midlands Ambulance Service provide help where it's most needed, fast.
Brief off job. No reason you can have a lock knife, straightforward offence. How many bangs did you hear?
On emergency bikers, an RAF medic's collapsed at New Street Station.
Let's rock and roll, because there's not much out here. Come on, let's go.
PC Lucy Watson is laying down the law.
Never a good idea when you're stopped by the police to start off by shouting and getting aggressive with me.
And a pensioner's fallen at the market. Birmingham, biker paramedics HQ, and a perennial problem for the motorcyclists.
Feel the groove. Helmet hair is a hazard of the job. That's why we try to keep it short and neat. Flipper doesn't have that problem very much because he's naturally bald anyway. Mark just chooses, because of his receding hairline, he just chooses to shave it back to the bone. I still prefer a little length.
Hair issues aside, one thing the boys all need are new leathers. And elasticated sides have caught their eye.
Might be handy for some people.
Yeah. Barry.
Yeah.
Nothing, mate, it's all right.
We just say this adjustable side bed might be useful.
Oh. 201.
But when a call comes in, they're ready for action. Armed with a scaled-down version of everything a traditional ambulance carries, they're trained to deal with anything.
Okay.
And to capture the action, we've put special cameras on each rider and bike, so we arrive at the scene the second they do. On their Yamaha FJR 1300s, top speed 130, they race to emergencies, gunning it on the 5 motorways which surround Birmingham, and risking life and limb within an 8-mile radius of the city centre. A 999 call has just come in. Across the city, a car's turned over and the driver's injured. On call, Steve Harris. Faster than a traditional ambulance, Steve races 3 miles to get to the scene. But when he arrives just 3 minutes later, there's no one in the car. A bystander's been to the rescue.
What happened, I was in my front room, I heard a big screech and a big bang. When I came out, I looked out my window, I seen the accident, so I've come over to see that if anyone was hurt inside. I've looked inside, I've seen the gentleman in there lying on his side. I've asked him, is any part of you stuck, like your feet or anything stuck? He says no. I said, can you move? He says yes. Then we seen like smoke coming out of the dashboard. So me and 2 other guys, we pushed the sheets back. So we tried to get him out as straight as possible as we could. He stood up, he was all right, so we took him out through the back.
The Good Samaritan's quick thinking might have saved the day, but moving anyone from a car could mean more injuries.
You get yourself out the car. You're in the yellow car.
Yeah.
All right. Seatbelt wearing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You any aches and pains? Do you hurt anywhere?
No, a bit of stiffness.
Stiff neck.
Yeah.
Right. Can I have a little feel of that?
Let's sit back on my leg.
Okay. Hang on, you stay still.
Fellow biker paramedic Mark Hayes arrives to help. He needs to keep the man's head absolutely still to minimize the risk of any serious injury.
I've got the head.
Okay. All right.
There we go. Don't shake your head.
Because you've got pain down the middle of your neck, we need to keep that nice and still, just in case you've done any damage there. All right. And
Don't shake your head.
Once we get to hospital, they'll examine it and they'll rule it out and everything will be okay. We're not so concerned if the pain is either side. That's what we would term a normal whiplash injury, usually muscular. Pain in the centre of the neck is an indication that it could be bone, cervical spine related.
Still, keep your head still.
Head still.
If there is any damage, it could mean anything from loss of hand and finger movement to breathing difficulties and, at worst, paralysis. Steve must play it by the book. He runs checks, including blood pressure.
What's your usual? What's your normal?
130 over 57 or something.
That's all right, isn't it? That's good. It's better than mine, I'll tell you.
It's a good sign. But Phil is more worried about his wife. He was on his way to hospital to collect her from dialysis.
What we'll do when the crew get you into the hospital, they'll have a word with the nursing staff in casualty, and what they'll probably do is fetch your wife from dialysis and bring her into casualty so that she's with you. Okay? And then we'll sort out about getting you both home. Is that okay?
And to help even more, Steve puts in a call to the dialysis unit. Phil's not going anywhere until he's collared and strapped to a spinal board.
You okay there?
Yeah, I'm all right.
How's that feel? No nodding. We're going to hold your head still, Phil. And what we're going to do is just pop this stretcher behind you.
But with Phil propped against the wall, this is going to be a delicate balancing act.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, strap him up.
He'll be whisked to hospital for more checks and to be united with his wife.
Pass us that orange strap up. He's 79 years old. It's obviously been a significant crash, so we just need to be aware that he may be suffering. When you're approaching the scene and pulling up on the bike, you can see a vehicle lying on its side, and you just don't know what you're going to be. There could have been 2, 3 people inside that car. As it was just Phil on his own. And apart from the neck problem, there's no other apparent injuries. Very lucky.
Modern engineering has played its part.
It's a modern car, it's got modern crumple zones, etc. And the fact that the car's in that condition and in that position, and he was still able to get out of the car, free himself and walk away, it's a really good testament for the car.
Essex, the bustling resort of Southend-on-Sea. Home turf of new biker cop recruit, PC Lucy Watson. There's been a collision. Lucy races to the scene on her powerful BMW R1200 RT, which can cut through traffic faster than a cop car. It looks worse than it is. Everyone's escaped with minor injuries. As a traffic cop, it's Lucy's job to gather evidence.
Right, I'm just doing just a very basic sketch plan of the scene, which we need for the back of the collision report. Just give us the road layout. Picture tells 1,000 words, so it's a lot easier to draw it. I'm going to take a few measurements, and that just goes on the back of the collision report, which gets filed at the end of the day. But obviously, if this ends up in court, it also becomes part of the evidence. Drawing was never my strong point, though. Good job, it doesn't need to be brilliant.
But it's not the first time there's been an accident. One resident has had enough.
Well, this is the second accident at this junction here within the last 2 months. Both of them have been very serious, and eventually there is going to be a fatality, because someone's been in that tree there, and 2 cars have been in this hedge here.
15-8.
I've suggested putting a roundabout at that end, or speed bumps at that end, or building out the pavement at that end.
We deal with quite a few collisions, yeah. Most of them are down to human error at the end of the day. But we're all human, we all make mistakes. And we're just glad when no one's seriously hurt. I mean, I've turned up to where the bodies are still in the car and they'll never be getting out. And that's why we're out there on the street trying to educate people, trying to alter the way people behave when they're driving.
15 miles away in South Woodham Ferries, residents are working with the police to crack down on speeders on a 30-mile-an-hour road. David Lee.
I've got family who live here, I've got grandchildren who live in town, and anything we can do to reduce speeding and therefore reducing the potential of accidents has got to be good news.
41.
This community speed watch is one of more than 60 in the county.
39.
Volunteers are trained to use speed guns by the police. They can't stop anyone, but details of speeders are reported to the cops, who send warning letters.
37.
The road is bordered by open country on one side and houses on the other, and Jean Wilkinson dreads to think what could happen.
Children do play on this area, and there is the added danger then of children running out in the road. And if there's speeding traffic, what's that going to do to that child? I always feel, why has there got to be a serious injury or a death before anything is done about it?
35.
But she's had grief from some drivers, one in particular.
She said there's a wide open space, you can speed safely down here. So I then said, but I see children playing here with balls and they run out in the road to get them. A car doing 40 miles an hour would kill that child, it couldn't stop. So she said, bad things happen in life. I have to say I had to walk away.
Biker cop Sergeant Mick Green checks in.
Do you get to know any particular cars that keep going?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's one van now who really, he went past this morning. About, what's he doing, 39, 40?
Yeah,
and he really is
40,
aggressive. You know, if he could get out and thump you, he would.
We might have to look after that for you.
Sorry?
We might have to look after that for you.
But they're getting the message across. In 2 years, 700 speeders have been clocked, and there's been a 20% reduction in speed.
41.
Birmingham, Broad Street in the city centre. On call, biker paramedic Mark Hayes. He and his bike are proving to be a bit of a pull.
That's what I want for the wedding present.
Do you know how much they are?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the likelihood of you getting one? No.
Not afraid.
I would say on Broad Street, there are hen parties that go out with tasks, goals to achieve during their hen party, and there's been many a time hen parties and stag do's come over to the bikes, want photos taken. Yeah, I'd say it's attraction. I've got to be careful because the wife's going to see this.
At night, it's at the heart of city life, and Mark knows what to expect. Booze.
We park up regularly on Broad Street, and I would say one of the most regular comments is that we're going to need you later, and people think that's acceptable when, all right, they have a laugh and a joke when they say it, but that's quite often the case. It's all right to party, it's all right to have a good time, but it's in moderation, not to get so drunk that you don't know what you're doing, or you're unconscious in the street, vomiting, wetting yourself. These are professional people, some of these, and this happens regularly.
But it's not party animals he'll be dealing with tonight.
New Street Station, somebody fitting with a head injury.
Marked just around the corner. And in 3 minutes, he rides into Birmingham New Street Station.
Okay.
On one of the platforms, an RAF medic has collapsed while waiting for a train. He's hit his head and he's lying in vomit.
Please wait for further announcements. Cut the back of his head here.
Okay.
We've been out for about 5 minutes.
Okay. You're right there, keep nice and still.
Okay.
My name's Mark, I'm a paramedic, yeah? You've collapsed at New Street Station and had a bit of a seizure.
Yes.
You have. What I need to do is I need to do some checks on you. Can we just move you over to your right, mate, and get you out this vomit?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just roll yourself over. Just roll over. Keep nice and still. Are you allergic to anything?
It's a tough environment to work in, but Mark keeps his cool.
Do you feel dizzy at the moment? Huh? Do you feel dizzy at the moment? Talk to me, mate. How are you feeling? Just pop your head down for me. Just relax.
The man's confused. Mark gives him some oxygen to boost his levels and to try and help prevent another fit.
Right, mate. He's collapsed and seemed to have a seizure. Initially was responding, talking quite well. It's got a little bit quiet. Observations are okay. Just as a precaution, we're going to pop a needle in. If he starts to have a fit, I can give him a drug to stop that fit, so... And then we'll pop him up to City. You talk to me, mate.
The man's now unresponsive. Mark's worried.
It's all right, mate. Just relax. You're okay. Going into a fit again. All right. Okay. Just put that underneath his head.
The coat will help to protect against any further injury. A fit can come on without warning. Signaling in the brain goes haywire and muscles rapidly and repeatedly contract and relax.
Good, man.
When someone fits, they shouldn't be held down or moved, and nothing should be put in their mouths. All Mark can do is calmly wait for it to finish.
It's okay. It's okay.
It could be anything from a stroke to a brain hemorrhage.
Just turn his head to one side. That's it.
Mark wants to insert a cannula to administer anticonvulsants.
Sharp scratch. 1, 2, 3.
But the first one's not going in.
Absolutely nothing. No, I'll get one in. It's just awkward, the angle of his hand. Sharp scratch. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Gioxo.
Mark tries to insert a tube to keep the airways open, but worried about a possible nosebleed, and with time not on his side, Mark needs to get him to hospital fast.
Then let's rock and roll, because there's not much out here. Come on, let's go.
The man's on his side, so there's no risk of choking.
Obviously, a bit of a concern there. He went into a second fit. As I say, we've got no history on the gentleman. As far as we're aware, he's not an epileptic. We've got some drugs drawn up ready if he goes into another fit. So yes, we're not going to hang about. We're going to get him into City. We'll just get him on his back. 1, 2, 3. I don't know whether he's about to go into another. Do you want to start going, chap? Nice and steady, though, please. There's no reaction from that. I don't know. There's no reaction from that. They're well dilated. Let's get another BP. Right, we're showing 100%. Tacky at 150. He's going again.
Anticonvulsants should help ease the fit.
Turning in now, watch it right turn. Right. Okay.
He's whisked into intensive care.
Obviously, it's a great concern. 3 3 fits in succession. It's got to be looked into.
Right, I'll keep that. Yeah, go on.
The crash team are now obviously investigating and treating as we speak. Jobs like that, they're physically exhausting. You know, you're trying to work in solo. You try to do everything you can as quickly as possible for the better of the patient. So, although it doesn't really look a physical job, by the end of the job you're physically exhausted. And it's always a sigh of relief when the crew turn up, because you know that, you know, help's at hand and it makes it far easier.
It's been a grueling shift, and this incident was 40 minutes of adrenaline-fueled concentration and quick decisions. And it's left its mark.
So it's one of those jobs that I will follow up. I'll find out what's going to happen. I always like to try and follow up the outcome of patients. You know, it's a 21-year-old chap who's normally fit and well. It's unusual, so yeah, I'd like to find out the outcome.
And what are you going to do now?
I'm going to pop my drugs away, get changed, go home, shower, bed, and back in about 11 hours, if that.
Birmingham, the markets, 21 acres of businesses selling everything from poultry to plants. And at the wholesalers, there's a 999 to a man found unconscious after falling from his van. Biker paramedic Steve Harris is on his way. It takes him 2.5 minutes to ride the mile to market. The man's taken a nasty blow to his head, and he's been unconscious for nearly 5 minutes.
He slips off the back of the van, banged his head, was unconscious for a while, he's conscious.
Hello there, how are you?
Okay. 60 plus,
What's his name?
1 mile. I haven't got a clue. There was a spark out when I got to him. He'd got to have been out 5 or 6 minutes before I reached there. He's coming round slowly like this. I don't really want to pin him to the floor.
No.
All right, China. All right, China. Here we go. All right.
Hello there. That's it. Here we go. Nice and still for me. What's your name?
Hey.
What's your name?
Bob.
Hello, Bob. I'm Steve, paramedic. Can you open your eye for me? We know you've banged your head. Have you got pains anywhere else, Bob?
Pain there.
Pain there.
Bob might have broken his ribs.
Just have a listen to your chest, Bob.
And there's a risk of a punctured lung or other internal damage.
All right, Bob. All right. Is it sore there, Bob? Yeah. All right, let me just have a quick look. He's been unconscious for 4 or 5 minutes at least, and coming round, he appears to, he may have cracked 1 or 2 ribs, he may have a liver problem, and he's certainly got quite a swelling and a black eye forming on his right side of his face.
The ambulance has arrived. With Bob's injuries, Steve can't take any risks, and the only way to move him safely is on a spinal board.
This is Bob. He was in the van, went to step out, presumably caught his foot on that plate there. Went down with a bang. Bob?
Bob, I'm just lifting up
If you
your top,
remember,
mate.
I told you we're going to pop a collar around your neck.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just sliding in now. It can be a little bit uncomfortable.
Doesn't hurt where I'm touching, Bob.
Ah.
Just slightly, yeah?
We're just going to pop a stretcher underneath you.
Okay. Can I help at all?
Not at all, Bob. All got it?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Down the bed a bit. Go. That's fine.
Take off the skirt, yeah. Tight.
We know, Bob. It has to be tight, Bob.
Okay.
All right.
You do. You're not trying to help me, are you?
At least you got your sense of humour.
He's fully awake, fully aware. He may have cracked 1 or 2 ribs in the fall, and he's got an obvious swelling and hematoma and black eye. Bob, as he became more awake, discovered his sense of humour and was having a little joke there. It's a good sign for us because it shows that he's returning to normal. He's got normal faculties. His mind's working in a normal way.
Essex. There's been a spate of motorcycle theft in the county. Across the UK, it's thought to amount to £3 million a month. On patrol in Southend-on-Sea, and with her eyes peeled, PC Lucy Watson. She spotted a biker and she's not impressed with the way he's riding. And control tell her that he's a long way from home. She decides to pull him over. And he's not very happy.
Get the pick on me. What have I done wrong?
Just a moment, sir.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. God bloody might. I just had a tooth out and you have to go and stop me. I'm a young boy. I'm 62 years old. I don't do anything wrong and you still have to stop me.
I can't hear you at the moment, sir, so if you want to stop shouting at me, I'll be just a minute. Stop. Right. What's your problem, sir?
I had a tooth out. Just had a tooth out.
Okay. Is that why you're being a bit aggressive?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
Okay. We're getting a lot of motorcycles stolen in the area.
Yeah.
This vehicle's not registered locally.
No, no.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's why you've been stopped. You haven't done anything wrong. I just want to make sure that you are the person who's supposed to be riding it.
I've got a motor traders policy.
Okay.
Which I haven't got on me at the minute. It was up my fault in Loughborough last week.
Right. Okay. You haven't got your motor trade policy on you?
No.
Okay. Is it in your name or a company name?
Yeah, no, it's in my name.
Okay.
I've got about 4 or 5 bikes registered in my name.
Okay. So it's never a good idea when you're stopped by the police to start off by shouting and getting aggressive with me, all right? No, I can see you've had something done. That's not a problem. Let's move on from here, shall we? I don't suppose you got your driving licence with you, haven't you?
I ain't got any. Oh, wait, yes, I have. Yes. Okay.
I bet you thought I was a bloke, didn't you?
No, because you were in the garage. I saw you in the garage. I know what you're saying. I had a bike nicked out my garage last year.
You understand why we're doing what we're doing then, don't you?
Good stuff. Yeah, it's not bad.
I can see the bike, I can see you. And you weren't riding it that well, and I'm thinking, okay. I just need to make sure that your policy is valid and it covers you to drive that bike, especially if it's not registered to you as well, all right? He's riding a 900 Kawasaki Ninja. She said looking at it on the surface of it, from what she can see, you're not covered, but it's quite likely that when they speak to the right office you are.
1,500 quid a year.
He says he bought it a week ago, but it's not been registered to him on the DVLA yet.
Even being a biker cop doesn't mean you can skip being on hold.
Oh, nightmare, isn't they? They are an absolute nightmare.
Okay, so he is covered, but he needs to contact you as soon as possible to get it put on the policy.
Oh, isn't they? They are, but all that.
The important thing is, you're covered, you're free to go. Thank you for your time.
That's right.
All right, bye-bye. He's got a motor trade policy. Unfortunately, that always causes a few problems because by virtue of the fact people in the motor trade are swapping vehicles around quite a bit, they don't always actually put them on the policy, so that the insurance shows on our system, which means the only way we can check it is to phone the insurance company and make sure that the gentleman is covered to drive. Unfortunately, we do that because a lot of people who have tried to have us over in the past saying, yeah, I've got a motor trade policy, knowing that it's a bit of a pain to check. So I will always check it, and occasionally we catch him out. But this chap was genuine, he's all in order, and he's only aggressive because he's just had a tooth taken out and he's in a bit of pain. So he's now calmed down and on his way.
Birmingham is heaving with shoppers, but a 999's come in to one who can barely walk, and he's struggling to breathe. On call, biker paramedic Barry Rudge. It's a 4-mile dash across town, and former racing champ Barry doesn't hang about. In less than 3 minutes, he arrives first on scene.
Hello, sir. What's the problem? Okey-dokey. Is that better? What are your blood pressure? I've got this one on his wrist. Just on your wrist, that's it. You got any pain anywhere?
Just on the bottom of my legs, all swollen up.
You're back on the bottom of your legs all. Can you put your trousers up and let's have a look?
You and I are pretty much the same.
How long have they been like that?
Quite a bit. It's gone cold as well.
Yeah. How many days have they been like that?
Not too bad a week of it.
An oxygen mask should help with the breathing.
Just breathe that normally, okay.
Swollen legs and breathing difficulties could point to a heart attack, so Barry needs to get him onto the ambulance for an ECG.
So you sure you've got no pain anywhere apart from your legs, yeah? So what kind of pain in your legs is it? Okay, you say it's painful. Is it a dull pain or a sharp pain? Is it continuous?
No.
Okay then, just keep nice and still, okay, while we do this heart tracing.
Barry's worried.
I still suspect that the gentleman might be starting some kind of heart failure, with his legs swelling up. The heart, the pump action, the muscles of the heart are not working to 100% at the moment.
Swelling on the ankles.
Yeah, so you can see where his socks are cut into.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But when the reading comes through, it's better than expected.
Can't see any elevation anywhere, but
No.
so it's not the best,
No,
is
there's
it?
not. Right, 12 lead ECG. It's not showing us any acute electrical changes, so I would say that it hasn't had a heart attack or anything like that. It's probably just a general weakening of his heart. We've got a few tremble marks, but he's a little bit shaky, probably due to the drink and the down trembles.
So that's good news for you. Your tracing's not looking too bad, yeah? Yeah, so wherever it is, we'll get you sorted out, okay?
Since he's been on the oxygen therapy, we've got a bit more colour back in his cheeks. He's got no breathlessness at all now. The chances are of the way he is now, he probably has been caused by the drink and the cigarettes, I suppose. I think it's just general wear and tear. And it comes as no surprise, I suppose, that he was in an off licence buying booze at the time when he's having his problems walking up the hill to the off licence.
Not that Barry's adverse to the odd tipple himself.
I have a few lagers occasionally, and just found a new drink that I like. It's red wine and Coke. Yeah, everything in moderation, please. It saves us work.
The paramedics often work in tandem, and Mark's been called to a pensioner who's taken a bit of a bump. It's just around the corner, and Mark sticks to the pedestrian areas. Within seconds, he arrives.
You landed on your left side?
Yes.
You hit your head or anything?
No.
Daisy, how young are you?
I landed on the third. I will be 79 in August.
What day is it today, tell me?
Thursday.
It's Thursday, all right.
And he has an eyesight test that you won't find in a textbook.
Daisy, my darling, in a second we're going to test your eyesight.
I don't have any eyesight.
You don't have any eyesight? We'll just call my mate over. Can you come over, Barry? Do me a favour, have a look at him. Is he good looking?
No.
You're all right then, my darling. You're absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with you. Daisy's lovely. Thankfully, she's fine. She's very, very minor abrasions. 1, 2, 3, and push. Pop her off to hospital, make sure she's okay. You've got to bear in mind that it's a lady in the 70s. It doesn't take much to break a bone in the older person. However, after examining the patient, she's fine.
And he's a great believer in the medicinal benefits of humour.
Her vision's absolutely excellent. I believe in trying to put the patient at ease, and if you can have a laugh and a joke if it's appropriate to do so, then I think it puts the patient at ease. I'm a strong believer in that.
Birmingham, and theatre-goers are flocking into the Hippodrome, one of the largest touring venues in the UK with just under 2,000 seats. But one woman's collapsed. Mark Hayes is on his way. He races just over a mile, straight into a crowded pedestrian area. Arriving in just over a minute, he's first on scene.
Up on level 3, thank you. Hello.
Age 71.
Yeah.
Just a history of high blood pressure, nothing else.
Okay.
Was sitting on a chair. We thought she'd fainted, but she fainted with her eyes open.
Okay.
Then she lost complete consciousness.
Okay.
She just started to doze, but if you don't talk to her, she goes again.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Hello. Can we just move the screens back a bit?
She dies. She knows everybody's watching her.
Oh, bless.
Pat is on a lunch and theatre trip with friends.
You're all right.
Hello, Pat. My name's Mark. I'm a paramedic. How are we feeling?
Hot.
Hot. Okay.
Outside, Dad our lunch came in and said, oh, I feel a bit giddy.
Okay. And how long was she out for?
Longer than a faint.
Seconds. We'll do a quick ECG. I've got the monitor.
Mark wants to check her heart, but the reading's worrying.
Yes. I've got somebody to go out and meet the crew. Pat, we're going to need to pop you onto the ambulance to do some more checks, all right?
All right. Please come.
Pat, listen to me, my darling. At the moment, on my monitor, there's a slight abnormality. We need to check that out on the vehicle. We need to do an in-depth ECG, all right? We can't do it here, yeah? There's too many people about.
He needs to get her away from the heat and the crowds and into the back of the ambulance, which has just arrived.
Some abnormalities on the ECG, which are cause for concern. So we're going to do a 12 lead on the ambulance. So 1, 2, 3. There we go, Pat.
Turn onto your side.
I'm comfy for you now, my darling.
Pat, turn onto your side. No, that's fine.
Away from the crowds, Mark and the crew can run a full ECG. And there's good news for Pat's anxious friends.
You can jump on with it.
Oh.
All right. ECG is not as bad as it looked in there, so it seems to have settled down. So she's going to go up to... No, a bit unsure as to what's happened. What can happen following a meal, because the circulation's increased to the tummy, it can cause an episode where you have a bit of a faint. People have a meal, the blood supply's increased to the tummy, and in doing so, sometimes that can deprive the brain of oxygenated blood and cause them to have a faint. Normally it's short-lived. Occasionally they vomit and then they start to feel a lot better after that. Obviously, in Pat's case, it's just taken a little bit longer to recover.
Thank God for paramedics.
But this isn't the sort of place Mark would necessarily visit off-duty.
I'm not a fan of musicals. Hate them. Terrible. Sound of Music, what's that all about? Believe it or not, when I was young, I actually auditioned for the church choir and got a place. Yeah? But, you know, no, it's not my thing. I get moaned at if I sing in the shower.
This is the sort of place he's more at home.
I'm off to get a tattoo done, and I'm absolutely bricking it. I don't do needles, even though I'm a paramedic. I can give needles, don't take them so well.
But he's going to take the pain.
You can have cream and anaesthetic cream, but of course I'm a big roughy-tufty biker paramedic, so I wouldn't do that. You do numbing cream?
Yeah.
Do you?
Do you know?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm putting up with this pain when I could have had some pain relief.
Oh, sorry.
He's grinning and bearing it, all in the name of love.
Why? She made him come and have it revamped and dragged into the 21st century. Today's day one of starting the masterpiece.
Steve's intrigued.
You get a discount for quantity.
It's going to take a lot of things to put it on your body.
It's quite a good size. It's certainly going to cover most of his upper arm. Tattooing is painful. It can get very sore. And he reckoned he was going to be able to stand that. But we've since learned that he's actually had some numbing cream put onto his skin. You know, we have to take with a pinch of salt what Mark's telling us about his manliness and his pain threshold.
Can't see any tears in my eyes,
No,
that's all right,
not just yet.
Yeah.
He deserves to have the pee took out of him, and it will be.
Phil had a lucky escape. He was discharged from casualty the same day with mild whiplash, and his wife was brought to him in hospital.
Hello, please.
The RAF medic has no memory of events at Birmingham New Street. He was in hospital for a week and needs more tests to get to the bottom of what's happened and why.
What else?
Bob broke 4 ribs and was in hospital for nearly a week.
You got pains
But he's now back home and making a good recovery. Pat was kept in overnight for tests. She's feeling much better, but has decided her theatre-going days are over. And Mark's delighted with his tattoo.
10 hours of hard work, but good artwork.
And he insists he didn't need numbing cream. Next time on Emergency Bikers, the biker cops mourn a fellow motorcyclist. A slip in the wet looks serious. And Mark goes to the rescue of a diabetic having a hypo.
Bit bigger than that, come on. Take a man's bite.